We must measure marketing. How effective is your marketing? Is your marketing really working? For more than 20 years, I have heard this discussion across companies, within boardrooms, that how do you measure marketing? But अगर मैं honestly देखूं तो I don't think beyond sales and market share movement, no one really has an idea how to measure marketing. In this video, we look at the process that we can keep to measure marketing activities and programs, and also some specific ways of measuring marketing. Hi, I'm Abhishek Jhingan, and on this channel, we discuss interesting topics on branding, marketing, and business strategy. So very simply, in the process, we need to find out what are we trying to measure, and second, how do we measure it. Now, the tricky thing is actually what are we trying to measure. Now, marketing can be of varying time span, marketing campaigns or programs, right? It could be a year, it could also be a 3 to 5 year kind of impact that you are trying to make. And it could be much shorter as well. So be very clear about the marketing program that you are trying to measure and know the objective. So when you know the objective, you can measure it. अच्छा, अब objective कैसे पता लगेगा? Now look, that particular program will have an objective. Now the objective will generally be derived from your larger marketing objective. So say if it's 1 year brand plan, then you'll have a month 1 to month 12 kind of marketing objective, and then various tasks that make you go to the objective. तो हमें इसके बारे में बहुत clear होना है, and then we can figure out how we measure it. Now I will look at specific ways in which we measure different kind of marketing activities and programs. The first thing that we'll discuss is a kind of an activity based tracker. So for your important programs during the year, you can use this tracking kind of format. It has 3 parts. One, strategic, second, the program, and third, the output to be measured. In the strategic part, you have to see what is this marketing program or a group of activity or one activity. What is it meant for? Which target segment is it addressing? What is the behavioral objective? As in, today the customer is at a certain kind of behavior. Any marketing activity should want to change them to a desired behavior. So what is that desired behavior? What is your behavioral objective? So target audience, behavioral objective. What is the point at which you'll have this targeting? Is it at the awareness level? Is it for loyalty? So have these strategic elements ready along with the goal or the objective like we discussed. Second is define the program. What is the program all about? What are you actually going to be doing in it? What is the duration that it will be from, say Jan to June or Jan to September, 6 months, 9 months, or an year long activity? What are the kind of money that you will be spending, right? So you can track this, as well as some execution parts also you can put in the program. Finally, the output. The third part is the output. Now, whatever was your behavioral objective, see at the end of the program whether that objective has been achieved. In pharmaceuticals, it could be a prescription increase. In another new launch, it could be your at the launch what your brand awareness was, and at the end of this particular activity what the brand awareness was. So whatever the objective was, you measure it. So these 3 parts you use for this activity tracking, which is basically the strategy and the goal. The second is the program itself, and third is the output. Do it only for key activities, because you cannot do it for every small activity or program. The next formula, if you like, or the next metric is marketing ROI. Now this is a formula based metric which talks about the kind of returns you get for the cost that you put in. There is a specific formula. Marketing ROI is equal to the incremental sales minus the cost divided by the cost, and you can multiply by 100 if you want it in percentage terms. So this marketing ROI, we've actually had a very detailed video on this, and the link is in the I button. As we know, marketing is all about brands. But आप brand को कैसे measure करते हो? Basically, there are metrics to measure brand equity. You can measure things like brand awareness. You can measure things like brand image, also brand loyalty, and there are other parameters also of brand equity that you can measure. This has also been discussed in a detailed video, and the link is in the I button here. But suffice to say that there are qualitative and quantitative methods to do this. So whenever you are trying to measure brand equity, these are the parameters that you should look at. Let me now introduce you to my new course, Winning with Marketing. The link is in the description. This course shows a structured process to create marketing plans. It is based on how marketing is done in the real world. It is practical, easy to understand and to actually use. Let's get back to the discussion. The next way to measure marketing is through brand wave trackers. Now friends, sometimes you have very specific things that you want to measure regarding your brand. It could be the degree of awareness that has changed over a period of time, right? It could be the number of customers who are positively inclined towards your brand. It is the kind of purchase intent which is increasing or decreasing through the year. So these very specific parameters can be actually tracked and measured through brand wave trackers. So the best way is to have a base level tracker, say at the beginning of the year or at end of the previous year. That becomes your base, or at the time of a new launch, that becomes your base. And then your periodic trackers where like the base could be a larger UNA, usage and attitude study, but the trackers could be certain key points that you track every 4 months to 6 months, and you do it over a span of longer time. So these are brand wave trackers for very specific brand aspects that you want to track and measure. Now let us discuss specific measures as per your goal, your industry, the kind of platform you're using. So I'll give you a few. Like for YouTube, you might want to look at how your likes and subscribers have grown, what your average viewing duration is. So there are very specific measures for this platform. Similarly for Instagram, you might want to see engagement metrics, how your followers have increased. So that is platform based. It could also be very specific to your industry. If you're a B2B kind of industry, so you might want to see after certain degree of marketing interventions, how your number of customers have increased, or how their propensity to refer you to other companies has increased. In pharmaceuticals, like I mentioned, it could be increase in prescriptions after certain marketing interventions. So as per your goal, as per your platform industry, you could have very specific measures for seeing how your marketing is doing. Friends, so like we've discussed, there are many ways to measure marketing. What you have to be really clear is what is the part of marketing that you are measuring. That you have to be clear about. What is the goal that you have to set, and then you have to be smart, skilled. Over some time you understand what is the kind of marketing metric or tool that I use to measure this. If you liked this video and are interested in these kind of discussions, first of all do like and share this video, and also subscribe to this channel.